Hey guys, welcome back to this video. As we know, grad season is here, and so a lot of us are just graduating from college and are figuring out what the next step is going to be, whether that means grad school, transferring to a 4-year from a JUCO, going straight into the corporate job workforce, whatever that means for you. And so for those of you who watched my latest college video, which I'll link up here, it's a car ride video. For those of you who saw that, you know I've been done for, quite a minute. And it just kind of got me thinking about like all the things that I took for granted while I was in college and that I know I'm starting to miss or gonna miss eventually. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about 7 things or perks that you're gonna miss when you leave college. So number 1 is schedule. This is the first time that you get to choose your own schedule, which gives you a lot of like leeway and time to figure out what type of schedule works for you, because you get to choose your classes, and depending on how impacted your major is and if you're able to get certain classes. I know it can be really difficult when classes are full, or if they have like classes at a certain time of day on one day of the week. That's the fear irritating me. You could choose to build your class schedule around your work or build your work schedule around your classes. I just think it gives you a lot more flexibility in terms of, designing your daily routine or your weekly routine. And that's the one thing I really did like, is having that routine, having that structure. And then like, you don't even have to go to school every day of the week. Like I remember one semester I had like only 3 days of the week. And one of those days I only had a morning class. And so I had the rest of the day to myself. And I think that's the really cool thing about, being able to design your own schedule. Number 2, the free services. You know me, if it's free, it's for me. The cool thing about being a student is that people know the struggle, and you'd be surprised at like how many people are willing to help you since they've been in your shoes and know how it is to be a broke college student. So many free services that are offered, or services that are offered at a discounted rate, subscription services, Amazon, different learning courses, and so much other things. Now this next one applies mainly to those of you who are living on campus or near campus, but this was an important one for me while I was in school, is having everything in close proximity to each other. For example, when I was in school, I had, of course, my classes, because I was near campus. I wasn't living on campus, but I was near campus, close enough. The gym, work, and a shopping center, all within like a walking distance. And trust me, that saved me a lot of money on transportation. But like, just having everything close just makes life so easier. And it's one of the things that I miss being back home, because I have to travel everywhere, a bunch of different miles away, just to like do the typical things of my day. So the next one, number 4, is you'll never be in an environment like this again. I think college is more so for the experience, is why like people think that it's worth it over the money, because honestly I just don't think the money really justifies what you get. But I think what is justifiable is the experience as a whole. So when I say you'll never be in an environment like this again, what I mean, everybody is struggling, and everybody is like, you're in this pool of people that are all working to do ultimately the same thing, which is walk across the stage. And so people empathize with you, people understand, and so you're just in this environment where there's so many like talented, creative people and hungry people that are just like trying to learn and are all struggling. Like I said, no one has time to care about like all the little trivial stuff. Even like when you go into the workforce, there might be certain like standards and stuff like that, dress codes and things like that. But like while you're in this environment, like no one really cares, and they're all just trying to, make it at the end of the day. Definitely takes a weight off your shoulders, and everybody's able to help each other out. Which brings me to my next point, number 5. You are in a prime networking hub. Okay, that lighting was like really irritating me, so I had to switch it up. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, prime networking hub. You're literally in a space where you're able to meet so many creative, like amazing people, and like people that you wouldn't have otherwise got the chance to even speak to or even considered approaching or even saying hi to if you weren't all putting this environment together. So take advantage of the people that you meet and nourish those relationships. I mean, I don't think I need to go too deep into this one because like everybody knows, like it's one thing that a lot of people say is network, network, network. And I never really knew exactly what that meant or how to do that until I was in the situation, and I looked back and was like, wow, like I'm so lucky to have met this person or that person, because like who would have thought that we'd still be talking to this day. And I've been getting so many different like opportunities and just creating such good relationships with people. So just be open to new relationships and talk to people and just keep in touch here and there. I know for someone like me that's like an introvert and doesn't really like to get out there and talk to people, it could be difficult, but just staying positive and like just being approachable and being kind will just go a long way, and you won't have to be trying too hard, because I don't like, that's not for me. Like I don't really like overly trying to be like, oh yeah, like be my friend, like, so you know, so just be yourself and just be open and be kind, and keep in touch with people even after you leave. And just, you know, whether that means like, you know, just giving them a hey, like a little hey text, like hey, just trying to see what you're up to, hope life is great, you know, that stuff goes a long way. So definitely just nourish your relationships. This one is kind of piggybacking off of number 2 a little bit, but number 6 is the wide access to resources. Now, not all of these resources are going to be free, but a lot of them will be. So when I'm talking about this one specifically, resources, I mean like resources and facilities that are just open for you to use specifically because you're in college. Like library, gyms, different clubs that they have available that'll get you in the door to like going to different events, and they have like free concerts like on campus. Like there's just so much that you're able to do because, you know, you're a student of that school and you have a student ID. Like, so definitely, you know, have fun and take advantage of those facilities. And also like resources are not only like education wise, it's also like health wise, mental health wise. There are a lot of different resources and services that they'll offer at the school for, you know, counseling or getting checked up or things like that. All these things are things that you should be utilizing because, you know, your tuition is paying for it ultimately. And so soak it all in, like do as much as you can. And lastly, number 7, I know everybody's situation is different, so it might not apply to everybody that are less fortunate, but number 7 is support. Your friends and family, they want to see you win, so they're just more willing to help you in whatever way you need. Like whether that just means like, hey, you know, just hitting them up and being like, I need this lab equipment or these books, but I also need to be able to eat this month and pay for my meal plan or pay for my housing. They'll be willing to help out and send care packages and just little things like that. And I mean, like, I know, like I said, it doesn't apply to everybody, and some people don't have that support or that cushion from their family or their parents. For those of you who do, like, really just thank them and make sure that they know that they're appreciated, because this is a difficult time and you really just do need all the support that you can get. So yeah, man, that just about does it for my 7 things or 7 perks that you're gonna miss when you leave college. I hope that those of you that are still in school have learned something from this and could definitely use this information to your benefit. Those of you who have just graduated recently and are maybe just starting to feel this, I really wish you guys the best of luck. And like I said, I know this time is hard, and I'm really rooting for you guys and hoping that you guys are doing your best. So just keep on working at it. And there will be other perks that come up of post-grad life. So, you know, like, everything comes in waves. But if you like this video, make sure you check out my other college video, which I will link in the description box below. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more college related videos or school advice or just advice in general type of videos where I sit down and just talk to you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.